we are back, and it's day number 2 on probably a 3-week schedule of remodel. We'll see how much I get done today. Yesterday I got quite a bit done. Let me show you what I've got done. You saw it, of course, but we painted the ceilings in here. We cleaned and replaced the light bulbs and a fixture there. It's the same fixture, just cleaned and better. Cleaned the vent out. It functions nicely. This is the laundry room, so it has a fan switch and a light switch. And here we didn't do that much besides take off all the blinds and all the extra nails on the wall and stuff like that. We did clean that a bit. We're gonna clean it some more. That way it functions perfectly for winter. In this room, we painted the ceiling in the closet and in here. Cleaned the light, put new bulbs in it. They're all gonna match this way. They had like 8 different bulbs in this house. So got those all replaced. I just used an LED light bulb, but this is called Bright White, I believe. And there's one even brighter called Daylight, but I think this is the color I wanna go with. So that looks pretty good. And then replace the batteries and the smoke detectors, clean those as well, tested them, make sure they work. And in the bathroom, we took off all of the shelves, and then we took off the gaudy mirror, and we're gonna replace that light fixture, but I'll wait till I need to. We got the bathtub scrub, so it's nice and white now, and we'll have to get rid of that goo eventually down there where they have that base on it. So we'll do that. And then we're gonna put new countertops and stuff on it. Right now that's on hold because we're doing other simpler stuff. Got the ceiling painted in here, light cleaned, smoke detector, battery replaced. So the next things on my list are as follows. I've got to, with all my properties, replace the door locks. That way the only person who has a key to it is me and not any previous tenant. So I'm gonna take these out, clean it up, and I'm gonna paint around this area because I'm not painting the whole door today. So we'll take this off, clean this up, paint it, and then we'll stick the new door locks on. Basically gonna be the same as what's there, just new. And I'm just gonna use this spray paint right here to paint the door with. So we'll do that as a project, and then the next project is to mow the yard. I brought my push mower with me, and we're going to do that. So that's the backyard, and then the front yard, we've got just about the same amount of space. So just a little bit grown up here in some places. So we'll get the lawnmower out and cut it, make it look nice. So all the neighbors' houses look pretty good, so we'll make ours look good too. Let's get into tearing apart that door, painting it, cleaning it, painting it, and then mowing. So don't get too bored. Stick with me, got some cool stuff coming up. Welcome back from time-lapse world. Been in there a while, haven't you? So anyways, I'm in the middle of putting this new door handle back on, or putting the new door handle on. I've got this painted. It's still a little bit tacky, so I'm not trying to touch it too much. But I need to put this on because I left some important tools at home, and I'm gonna go home and get those, but not come back till tomorrow or Monday. So today is Friday. So I've got to put this on, and what I've ran into is I've got this screwed in, but the bottom screw is it's all stripped out. Someone really probably made a mess of it, and it's not really centered properly. And so my options are to re-drill the hole and use a larger screw, or to not do anything about it and just leave it flop around like they did. Or I can take this piece of shim and I'm gonna shave off a feather at the end. Nothing special, just a little sliver like this, and I'm gonna shove it in the hole. We'll see if I need, I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 slivers in there. A little bigger than that. So I'm basically filling this hole back up with something, and then I can break it off once I get the screw in there. So I'm going to do that, and then I can stick my screw on the side that I need it to go, and that will allow it to bite again and not be all floppy. So if you run into a loose screw situation, just take a razor knife and a shim or a piece of wood and just shave off a feather of it, stick it in there, and it'll expand with the screw and give it something to bite. So that's that. Now we're just gonna put on the rest of this. So when you're installing this door handle, you want the locking portion to go out. Make sure when you put this in, you put it in the right direction, because if you put it in this way, the door won't close because it doesn't have that little, what do they call that? So it slides better, because if it's just flat, it would just whack into the door frame. So this side goes in, and then you can stick it in the hole here. And it's adjustable on the inside there too, but usually it comes with the size I need. And then on this side, I'm gonna stick it in, line it up, and then test it out. And then I can turn this to where it lines up with the door handle on the other side. And stick this in. Just tighten down real quick. Just like that. So this side of the door is ready to go. Now I just have to line it up with the door strikers. And we've got some interesting stuff going on over here too. Let's show you. Deadbolt, we have a double striker plate. Usually this doesn't have this hillside on it like the latch does, because this doesn't slide in and strike. This is just the deadbolt, so it comes in and goes straight in. This one does need to have that little, I don't even know what to say, a little slope to it. There you go. So this one has to have it, but it doesn't need two necessarily. I can see why they may have done it. It's kind of messed up over here, and we'll make it look as best we can, because the hardware kit will come with some new ones. So let's remove these and put the new ones on and see if we can make it look somewhat better. And then once we come back through and paint, maybe we can add some wood filler or something to make it look better, but let's see what we can get into. Okay, I'm gonna start by throwing some trash away. Okay, remove the old ones for starters. People wonder why carpenters charge so much. It's because they know what they're doing, and some people just don't, and they shouldn't be doing this, but you just never know who did it or why they did it. I'm sure they did it themselves to save money, and I don't blame them. Okay, in the box here, like I was saying, we've got the regular striker one with a slope on it. That will go down here, and then this one, like I said, doesn't have the slope. Nice and simple. That one goes up here. You can see that there's no indentation on this side, but there is on this side. So this goes this way because the screw will sit inside of that. So don't get it backwards, otherwise your screws will hang out. Stick it right there, and then we'll put some screws. Usually the long ones are for the deadbolts. That way if someone tries to kick in your door, it takes a little more effort. So put those in. Okay, we're going to feather this hole as well. And this hole will feather as well. That looks off, but we'll worry about adjusting it once we get the door latching properly. Too short of a screw. More feathers. My guess is it might, but it might not as well. Oh my, look at that gap. That means we're gonna have to space the door frame out because the screw sucked it in a bit. Man, that's awful. Yeah, that's gonna take a bit. So I'm just going to skip to the good part where it's finished. The door is almost definitely not hung right. I'm gonna have to rehang this whole door. We will see. Anyways, we'll catch you when it's closing. Okay, so here's what we got going on. The door needs to be rehung, unfortunately. As you can see, even with it latched, and that door is dinged up pretty good too, so we'll see. We might end up replacing the door, but for now we got the new locks on, which is important so no one can open it. It's not supposed to be here. And then that gap up there gradually gets bigger, especially if you undo these latches which are holding it up. Let me lift this up. There we go. Let's check out how big that gap is. So we need to rehang the door properly, which won't be too difficult. We may end up buying a new door just because it'd be nice to have one that's not dented. But anyways, it's just as simple as removing all of these nails. Look at those. Nail. These are some hefty nails. They're trying to lift the door, obviously. Nailed all the way down. That's crazy. So it's just a matter of taking the trim off the outside and then cutting the door out and putting a new one in. So we'll probably do that. That's gonna be it for today's video, but let me go over some few things that we did while the camera was cooling down and charging, because I had it going for a time lapse for like 30 minutes and I mowed the yard, and so it's getting warm and draining the battery. So we did, we've been working on a smoke detector. This bathroom, we did a kind of a primer coat on the walls. That way it's ready for paint. I forgot my pliers at home, so I couldn't take off the vanity top or the toilet. I was hoping to do that today. That way I could take off take off the vinyl from the floor. That way I know what's underneath of it. That way I know if I need to do any work underneath the toilet. Sometimes when they leak or the overflow, they'll get damaged. We got the light bulbs put in all the light fixtures and the smoke detectors, which you already saw. And then we got the backyard, front yard, side yard all mowed. And we got this light fixture cleaned and rehung with new light bulbs in it. It looks nice. It's one of those ones that's in the kitchen, so it's always covered in like hamburger grease and all that stuff that goes up to the ceiling and then settles on everything. So we cleaned that, but it's coming along. We didn't get a ton done today, but we got some stuff done, so I'm happy. So anyways, I'm headed home to get some tools and do to my next project. You won't be able to see that, of course, because it's something that I don't know what I'm doing, so I can't show you if I don't know what it is. I guess I could, but we'll see. I'm hoping to get back maybe tomorrow. Nah, not tomorrow. I'll be back Monday. Today is Friday, so I'll be back Monday to do some work and get some stuff done. So anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to look in the description below, and I will catch you later. Have a good one. God bless.